What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Card Destruction has been released from the TCG. Let's try it out, right? One of the first decks that came to my mind when I saw that Card Destruction was limited again from the, well, from the pen section, right? It was Danger, Dark World. Well, there are of course a couple of different things you can run with Danger, like Burning Abyss for example. PK was something I was trying out featuring Gumlar Dragon as well, but that wasn't working out too well with PK's Phantom Knights, the Dark Engine with Dark Refer, Armageddon Knight, etc, etc. I wasn't really liking that much, but eventually this list with Dark Worlds as well, but not running Bro, but Beige of course, and a couple of Grafas as a small sub-engine next to the main focus of the deck being the Danger Engine, and of course Greffer. Greffer is fantastic here in the deck, opens up Isolde Place featuring Summon Sorceress, since as you know, probably know, Summon Sorceress has been confirmed for the TCG Europe, well, European countries, etc. So, but I think that will come out somewhere in December. But the okay part is that the combos you'll be seeing here don't really need Summon Sorceress. So, but again, just adding in Summon Sorceress just makes it much spicier, right? 42 cards in the main deck, you're running a couple of equips, Power Dual Dragon in the extra deck is just an extra tech, the FA level 7 Synchro is also an option, as you will be seeing in a couple of moments, but I kinda like this Phoenix Blade, Living Fossil, DDR, definitely solid cards to somewhat serve as some extenders. Okay, let's see a couple of example duels. Okay, first example. So again, the main purpose of the deck is, if going first, it's very similar to the 60 card hero deck, Hero PK deck at least I showed yesterday. If you're going first, there are again so many 2-card combinations leading to Isolde for example, right? Or 2-card combinations into Galaxy Tomahawk, and you know Tomahawk just equals shenanigans, right? The word in every video, but it's just shenanigans. Again, eventually you'll be ending with Firewall Dragon, and that's where the fun starts, right? You'll just be grinding through your links depending on if you're running the Ibli lock as well with the Troymare Nightmare Mermaid in the extra deck as well. You can definitely do that. That's up to you. But again, the main purpose is, if going first, and I think you always will have the option if going first, unless of course your opponent has like multiple hand traps, is going for Topologic Gumlar Dragon. Again, Gumlar, the discard cost or the discard effect of Gumlar does trigger your Dark Worlds and of course your danger card, so again that's quite good. But the the thing is that you want to of course trigger your Gumlar during your opponent's turn as well. With heroes that was very easy of, well, for example having the PK trap card. I was running like a small Phantom Knight engine, because of that searching the PK trap card and then special summon it during your opponent's turn to trigger Gumlar, or let's say Mass Change, right, in case of heroes. But with this deck, well, I think one of the few cards to let you potential trigger the Gumlar during your opponent's turn is the Danger Zone, the trap card, the Graceful Charity. Of course, Beige and other monsters like the Danger Monsters, most of them, you know, have like special summoning built-in effects, and you just need one of them to be discarded off of the Danger Zone. The trap card, the Graceful Charity, to trigger your, at least yeah, to trigger your Gumlar during your opponent's turn. So they'll be losing 4 cards in the process, and a lot of decks can't battle it out after that. But the disadvantages that this deck has compared to, let's say, the Heroes deck from yesterday is the somewhat getting out a lock next to Gumlar. You have options, let's say the Titanic Galaxy if you have 2 level 8, so both Bigfoot and the Dark World Grafa are both options to get Titanic Galaxy on the field. There's also another rank 8 option, it's for Photons, you know, the Photon that negates monster effects. That's also definitely an option. But other than that, I don't think there are, you know, possible locks you can make, or you have to run more gimmicky stuff, right? Unless I'm missing stuff. So again, pretty much the same thing. This build I was running like 40, 45, 46 or 47 cards because of, you know, some extra engine I was running in the main deck, like the PK engine. But eventually I dropped that from the main deck. It wasn't that fantastic, it's just adding in more bricks, and that's something I don't like. This particular, this is my latest version, as you saw earlier, is running, I believe, 4 equips, 3 different equips, so 2 DDR, 1 Living Fossil and 1 Blade. Blade, of course, because of topologic, and you're running a couple of Warriors, Isolde, Crafter, Armageddonite, and the level 1 Warrior Tuner, for example. So Phoenix Blade will get to use its effect like once or twice per duel, right? And Living Fossil is a perfect extender, and same for DDR. DDR can also be a nice extender, so, and it can also trigger your danger cards when discarded, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so there is the Desires, flip over Danger Zone and hopefully get lucky. Not really sure. I think I had the Chupacabra, you know which one I mean, level 4 Danger to special summon something to my side of the field to trigger Gumlar, but as you see, he did have the option to go for APC Dragon Buster earlier, or now, right? And it's off of 1 card earlier, he's able to have a very delicious comeback. I was stacking him Phantom Sky Blaster, but eventually dropped it as well. It's not that great here in the deck. In theory, it sounds good, but no, it's not working out too well, so eventually I dropped those as well from the main deck. Reload, because, you know, ABC Dragon Buster, but wasn't sure if he was running Reload Dragon as well, but of course, so that's a game over, GG, well played. So a bit bummer, you know, even though I was able to use Gumlar, Gumlar's effect twice and discarding 4 from my opponent's hand, the opponent was still able to have a small, delicious comeback. Another example against Trickster Sky Strikers, indeed, so going second. This is an okay opening hand, opening Malicious, although no immediate discard effects outside, of course, the built-in danger cards. And Allure. Allure is at 2 in the main deck. I don't like 3 Allures, it's a very strange card. I mean, opening with multiple Allure is again very inconvenient. So I opt to banish Malicious, somewhat sacrifice a potential malicious search, but using card destruction to get some extra draws, It's crazy stuff that Konami gives us back card destruction, even though it's also legal in the OCG, but still, the fact that the card destruction is not searchable in a good way, well, we do have Left Arm Offering, for example, but I don't think there are reliable ways without, you know, a big, somewhat cost, like discarding your whole hand, for example, is, yeah, there's something to search out card destruction. But anyway, the problem here is that I have to battle it out against potential hand traps in his hand off of 3 cards here. 2 back rows, so impermanence, for example, maybe strikes. He possibly would have used that earlier, I guess, and of course the scapegoats. So okay, 4 monsters removed, I believe, from his side of the field, and 2 goats remaining. And I go for Summon Sorceress. My plan was here, special summon something from the deck and opening the Gumlar play, Gumlar into Titanic Galaxy, and of course, when Titanic Galaxy is summoned to the zone that Gumlar is pointing to, discard 2 cards from my opponent's hand, but nope, he had Ghost Ogre to negate, negate or destroy. But it's better to destroy the Summon Sorceress, and that's again GG. Okay, the Jackalope can just special summon an Nessie from the deck, hopefully to let me survive, but no, I'm playing against Trickstars and, you know, Lilybell, etc, etc. And the fact that, what is it called, Lycaris? Is it Lycaris? Can just target the same card and special summon multiple copies of itself or herself to the field. That's crazy, strange stuff. Again, yeah, what can I do, right? His opening move, his opening turn was far too strong. And it is scapegoat as well. But yeah, the impermanence also, right? Last example again, Drag Down into the Grave. Okay, this deck, the biggest weakness of this deck is compared to the version I had yesterday, the 60 card PK Heroes, is that version was running like 9 hand traps and Call by the Grave as well. This deck, you can't play hand traps for the most obvious reasons, because of the danger cards, right? So that's again one of the biggest weaknesses I have with this deck, like going second or something like that. You don't have any hand traps, maybe impermanence. You can definitely main deck impermanence, that's up to you, but and also you're not main decking Call by the Grave. So if your opponent has like 1 hand trap, that might be okay, but 2 hand traps, that's definitely too much, and that's why you need Call by the Grave. So 2 Call by the Grave is something I might main deck, but it's also an iffy card, right? You have to set it first. It's a quick play spell, so I'm not really sure. If you find the space, you can definitely do that. But this is good card destruction for a couple of pluses, right? Eventually ending with Gumlar, making sure. Worst case scenario, yeah, he discards double Nessie, but that's fine. I mean, making sure that I have my danger zone still alive, and because of Beige will be the monster, or, you know, eventually depending on which 3 cards I draw, could be the monster that I summon to my Gumlar zone, right? Yeah, in this case, indeed to discard 2 cards from my opponent's hand. And yeah, again, this should be GG, right? Athena Galaxy to negate any spell or trap, Cerberus protection, and yeah, so in all, card destruction, it's somewhat like balanced out because it's not really searchable in a very consistent way or, you know, good way without like a big cost in case of left arm offering. It's a very cute deck, it's a very fun deck, decide to try it out, but again, definitely changes, like adding in Mind Crush to the main deck, maybe some hand traps if you really want, the Phantom Knights, more Dark World cards, Mass Change 2 is also something that I'm contemplating on main decking to go for Dark Law, but yeah, like always, feel free to leave suggestions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.